I come to teach you a little bit of what I know, because to learn all of these things is going to take you a while to understand it. Place it somewhere and say, well, how does it work for me, and how will I benefit from it? My benefit is knowing. My benefit is understanding it. And that's why when we get into these huge political scenarios about where our culture is, if you're not addressing this, then I know you're only talking about a part of it. For example, hula during the Renaissance period, canoe making during the Renaissance period. The hokule was fiberglass. Hula is a dance discipline that has been handed down from one generation to another. And if you look at hula, or the dance, it was performed, hula or ha'a, was performed on the temples. So when you look at the fall of the temples, then you realize that was one of the disciplines that was thrown out because we no longer dance on the temples. My great-grandmother, Luikapelikaio, was one of the last dance masters. Dr. Adrian Kepler writes about her in the Hula and Ha'a book, about the tradition she carried. The tradition was the drum. After the tapus, they no longer were allowed to use the drum, or most of them feared in using the drum, so they replaced it with the ipu heke. See, you keep going further, and you keep replacing with something less. So by the time fifth or sixth generation comes around, you might as well be using coconut cups. It's not going to mean anything anymore. So in the back here, that's where you see another piece that you see back there. This was supposed to go towards another commission, which was never followed up. But consequently, I continued to finish it because I believe that that's the challenge. That's the challenge that it needed. Because we don't do these kinds of monumental things anymore. We don't. That's why I said you have to see the monument at Fort DeRussa, because these are 5 ki'is that were to bring back the Kauvela. It was to commemorate those born during that time, to bring to mind that we failed to honor these kinds of scenarios, and that this is not just for dressing up, like the Polynesian Cultural Center. You have huge tiki standing in the front. They have no rhyme or reason for them. None. So this is what spurred me on. After working on the Hawaii law, I realized that if I don't do this, it will never get done. And that's why you ask, why did I go and pursue this? It's because if you wait for someone else, it'll never get done. You have to take that initiative. And that's why Halinawa was formed in 1976. With just 12 people in that group. And we went through all of these masters of feather work, lauhala, and we had asked them to submit their works to show the juxtaposition between modern and traditional things, contemporary and traditional things. And I've always believed that if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space.